For more on the cosmetics industry, I'm joined by Merle, the Chief Commercial Officer of Genoskin. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Rachelle. Thank you for having me on the show.
So give us an overview. Just how much has COVID impacted makeup sales across different regions?
So makeup sales across different regions today represent a market of about $60 billion. It's 50% of it is held by China, 32% by Europe, and about 10% by the United States.
Now, as we've seen, growing interest in skin products over the past year, what else do people want after spending most of the last year with the bottom part of their faces covered up?
So there is definitely a demand for cosmetics, but also for products that make your skin healthier. So there's a lot of demand for those products, which would be considered general cosmetics.
So then, as we look at some of these global cosmetic brands, then talk about their strategies for competing in Asian markets and specifically China.
So some of the strategies for competing in China, as some of your reporters were just saying, are catering to the particularly young population and the population that's also paying attention to animal welfare. And some of the new laws that are going to come into effect at the beginning of May will change a lot how cosmetic companies can actually enter the Chinese market.
So then, as we talk more about that, then, what are you noticing in terms of the values and the priorities that are really driving Chinese consumers to certain brands over others?
So their drive for those brands is for those who can ensure both a safety of a product, but also with desirable effects on their skin tones or on the overall hydration of the skin. General cosmetics don't have per se a claim, a scientific claim in terms of a scientific effect, but it is a feel-good feeling.
And so, as you mentioned, China is preparing to move away from requiring animal testing on imported cosmetic products in May. Talk about what prompted that decision and the potential impact that that could have for companies.
Right. So, as I was stating, the market is quite large, and China holds the largest share of the cosmetics market with the 50% share, so roughly 30 billion. So with that, there is definite economic windfall on enabling companies to come into the Chinese market in an easier fashion, but there's also a response to the overall pressure from the market, especially from young consumers in Asia and China for having products that are no longer tested on animals.
So then tell us about what Genoskin does and the alternatives to animal testing that the company offers.
Thank you. So Genoskin actually is the only ex vivo human platform for testing cosmetics, pharmaceuticals, and biotech drugs. This enables actually, when you're looking at the requirements from the Chinese government, to provide that safety assessment of the product. And that in coordination with a GMP certificate that a particular country would issue, country of origin, is how a product of a general cosmetic type could penetrate the Chinese market.
So then what kind of qualifications or criteria must these companies meet then to really enter the country without being animal tested?
So again, this applies just to the general cosmetics so far, but it is already a very large step. Those are comprised of lipsticks, shampoos, body lotions, etc. And what you need to demonstrate from the side of a company coming into the Chinese market is a good manufacturing practice certificate. So that would be issued by your country of origin of the company trying to import into China, and then a safety assessment. This can go from not only the safety of the ingredients in the product, but the final formulation as well. So when you're talking about a cream, a lotion, it would be the entire lotion, the safety of that lotion, that it doesn't cause any rashes or adverse effects, and also the ingredients within that lotion.
All right, thank you so much. Great having you on. Merle, Chief Commercial Officer of Genoskin.